Hello everyone, this is Ron from High Tech Legion, and this is part of our review of the TekRepublic TH Pro gaming headset. And this is the part where we look at the software included. This is the software that was installed from the driver CD, and after you've installed it, it will prompt you to restart your computer, and it will actually start with the program. It doesn't have a specific name on it. It doesn't say TekRepublic on it, but you can see that it is you can see the icon right on the lower right hand side as a USB PNP sound device. And the first one, you can see the system input here. The default is actually 2-channel, but I've changed it to 8-channel. So we'll be testing and DSP mode. See what happens if I enable that. You also have to enable this one again to be able to control the shifter here. The shifter allows you to change the position of the virtual surround on your headset. You can drag them manually. Of course, depending on the position, you can see that the values changes here at the bottom depending on how far it is from you, and you can move it depending on the position you want. Of course, hit reset or just move it clockwise or counterclockwise, or manual shifting or individual shifting. It's all up to you. And of course, you can change the volume here, the distance from you, and plus or minus controls. But the default when you hit reset is 3 dB right there. Actually, minus 3 dB. Minus 3 dB right there. Okay, so reset. And the bottom says output mode, analog output. You have headphone and 2-speaker selection. And when you click the configure button, it says you can either swap the headphone left and right output. But the default is of course disable. And once you're in there, once you exit that, you can see the DSP effect. If the DSP effect is enabled, the virtual shifter, if you unclick that, you'll see that there's no DSP effect. So let's try that. And a channel input, this is how it goes through. And then the output is here on the headphone. You can adjust the left and right balance here as well. And the next tab is the mixer tab, where you can adjust the volume of a speaker, inline, or the microphone. And the bottom part is the recording for the microphone and a line in. So depending on if you can't hear your voice when you're speaking, you can adjust it through here, or if your speaker is too loud and you can't hear your microphone's not loud enough, you can adjust it through here. And the next tab is the effects tab, where of course you can this is similar if you have a typical Realtek built-in sound card. You have you've probably seen these options before. You have a bunch of presets here for the environment, and either the drop down or a couple of these. You have live, you have underwater, you have concert hall, and for options, I don't know what this other option does. I keep on clicking it, nothing pops up. But other than that, you have the environment size here. Small, medium, and large. And medium is a default. And you also have the equalizer, where you can adjust depending on user-defined settings, or use one of the preloaded ones. Here you have about 12 here, including a default. And the next tab is the karaoke magic voice effects. If you've used a USB headset before, you're familiar with this. It's basically a bunch of effects here for your voice. So I'm going to demonstrate it now. Just a quick message. Of course, microphone echo. You can hear my voice now. I can hear that it's echoing, and you can adjust the how much it's echoing from low or all the way to high. Sounds more cavernous, of course. And the other drop down is the magic voice, where you have a set of voices here. And this is of course the default. And you have your monster, you have your cartoon, you have your male and your female. So let's try it out one by one, starting with the
monster voice. Monster voice, Godzilla. Sounds like it. Okay. Now this is the cartoon.
Yeah, the cartoon voice. Okay, sounds like a munchkin talking. And this is
the male voice. Okay. I don't know why it went back to monster. There you go. The monster voice. Okay, let me just point out the difference. The monster voice and then male voice. So the monster voice is lower register. It's more like a welcome to hell. Sounds like that. Okay. So this is the male voice, and the
female voice. Okay, that sounds weird. Alright, you have your cartoon, which is a higher pitch, and the female voice.
default. Alright, that was weird. Okay, so let's disable this again, and we are back to normal. We should be back to normal. You know, at the bottom you have more effects for I believe this is for karaoke. You have your key shifting, depending on how you want low or high, and for voice cancellation, whether you have the voice or the voice, because of course, I don't know, was not familiar with karaoke, but that's basically it. You want to hear your own voice, and you don't want the music to overpower it when you're recording. So several options there, and you can just disable that. And the last tab is the information tab, where you have the audio configuration icon, the system tray, the top option, and basically I have a breakdown. Now it says here that 3D audio engine is for the TH Pro from TekRepublic using XE 3D, and the audio codec just reads it as a standard plug-and-play sound device, but the audio driver version is registered there. As for the audio controller, it reads what kind of course, what chipset, USB 2 chipset you have. I have it plugged in to an Intel C600 X79 series chipset, and you can see the host controller in there, and a DirectX version at the bottom. Alright, let's go back to main output to make sure that this is our setting, and of course we are going to now try loading a Battlefield 3 and test out the 7.1 virtual surround system.